You're live.
You're live with the red light glasses on.
Is it live or is it Memorex?
It's live. Okay, we're gonna wait for everybody to show up here a little bit, do some small talk, how's the weather and all that, and then we're gonna get into this document from a major healthcare provider, and you guys are not gonna believe this one. Well, maybe you'll believe it. This is real deal stuff, and I'll also give you something else that's going on with it. And it's just, man, y'all, it's getting trickier and trickier out there. Make sure you guys can hear us. Can you hear us?
Hi, Jake and Christy.
Chillo, fine peeps. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. 7 o'clock. Here we
Joey.
go. Mary Jones. Cousin to Mary Jane.
Cindy.
What's up, Arlington, Virginia? Florida is here. Chemtrails and all, and even though they outlawed them. Some Colorado. Okay, tonight we're going to talk about a letter that a major health company has sent out to folks. It's kind of wild out here, y'all.
Hi, everyone.
And just know they don't really care about us. We're old now. They care about the kids. They want the kids. What's up, Judy in Pennsylvania?
It was Wisconsin.
I talked to some of y'all got on the phone today. That was fun. A lot of phone conversations going on today. People were talking to me about their orders, talking to me about sheep. All right, y'all. We got to stay on top of this stuff, right?
Oh, tonight should be a good night to watch Meteors in Missouri. The past 2 nights, because it's been so freezing cold, and then all the stars and everything in the sky. It's like definitely you can see it for like so far away.
Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up so we can get this video out to more and more people. YouTube is, of course, docking our videos because I haven't put out videos in such a long time. And it is the mentality of what have you done for me lately? So to help out with that, all you guys have to do, we're moving the chickens got ate mostly by the fox, but the sheep are going to be over soon. Working on the fence today even, almost done. But anyways, they're kind of, penalizing us because we're not putting up the drove of videos that we used to. So you guys make sure you hit that thumbs up, share with your friends. This video is going to have some very important information into it. So you can share the video with your friends. Remember the first 10 or 15 minutes, we talk about the major stuff going on, and then we'll get into some chit chat and some questions and answers and whatnots. Okay.
Molly's doing good. She is resting. She had a busy day today, running through the woods.
All right, here we go. We're going to get into it, even though there's only 800 people in there. Boy, everyone's busy with the holidays, getting their buzzing around going on. Read some of your comments real quick. I know people always ask, where is Stacy? Well, look, there she is. Yes. I think they're talking about on regular videos for the last year or so. She hasn't really been on a lot of regular videos. But, of course, we're live every Monday night. We've been got rid of the horses some time ago. So they never even had a chance to come with us. They were already out the door. I told you guys I was going to focus more on the sheep, which that meant getting rid of the horses. How's your weather? It
Please
is
don't sing.
Freezing cold and snowy. We're just now having the snow melt after 2 weeks.
Well, this week's going to be nice.
Yeah, this next couple days are supposed to be decent.
Yeah.
And those are amber days. So Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday are amber days for the next 3 months.
So what it does is each day, so Wednesday's weather will determine
January.
January's weather.
Yes.
And then Thursday of this week will determine
February.
And Saturday will determine March.
Right.
So you guys look where you are, and
supposedly
those are your ember days.
We're going to be warm and wet. So we should have a warm, wet January. But we'll see how it goes.
Warmer than normal. Well, it's been really cold.
Oh, it's been freezing cold. We've had some really good weather here for the first part of this. And also, if you guys are interested in some farm dogs, we have a friend of ours has 3. What are those kind of dogs? Jake? She's drawing a blank, y'all.
No, on oh my gosh. Why did you just do that to me? The police dog.
Malinois.
Malinois.
Yeah. See, I did that all by myself.
Yes.
So he's got 3 of these Malinois available. If you guys ever heard of a Malinois, they're really excellent dogs. And he's got puppies. So if you guys want to get a hold of me, you can send me an email and I can get you in contact with him. and you guys can talk.
Yeah, so if you're looking for any Malinois, because there's people who really love Malinois.
Yes.
You know, they're great work dogs. They'll work their butts off.
High energy, boy.
Very high energy. You need to make sure if you do some research if you never had one before. They do need to be worked, and they have a lot of energy, and they are smart. So if you do, contact us.
Very smart dogs. But yeah, if you guys want to talk about that or looking to getting yourself a little farm dog or a little dog to protect you, because they are excellent at protecting, I can get you hooked up with somebody who has a couple of those dogs. All right, so now we're going to get into what the topic of the video is about, because you guys should know this stuff. Don't get sleepy and don't get complacent because Donald J. Trump is in the office, playing his part, acting like he's saving America. So don't do that. So there's a thing in the prepper community where they always laugh. So like, Obama or the Democrats get in and everyone's doing prepping and they're growing food. And then a Republican gets in and everyone gets lazy and, starts being complacent, and just don't fall into those traps. Okay. Always be prepared. The most capable hand is at the end of your wrist. Missouri-based BJC Healthcare. A lot of you guys have heard of BJC Healthcare. Revokes parents' access to their kids' medical records when the kid turns 12 because it's confidential. Kids must grant written permission in order for parents to view it. Kids can make private medical decisions and revoke parents' access at any time. I have the document right here. I'm going to read to you guys what it says. Very interesting verbiage and tone here. Y'all got to watch out. Watch out. And also, if you guys saw on the thumbnail, it was from Washington University as well. Crazy stuff. Parents and guardians or patient ages 12 to 17. If you're a parent or guardian of a minor child who is between 12 and 17 years of age and wish to have online access to portions of their record, the minor child must be present when requesting access and must sign the request form. Under state law, we are required to keep confidential certain types of health and information and services provided to minors, and can only discuss this information when the minor patient's permission. And that's not what the law says in Missouri. You're a minor until you're 18 years old. So you can't be doing this kind of stuff. So this is amazing to me to read this letter to you guys. Parent guardian access via My Chart will be revoked when parent guardian submits a request to revoke online access. Patient turns 18. See, they just acknowledged it. At which time the patient is no longer a minor, and patient revokes your proxy access with their My Chart account. That's the 12 and under children. Patient must sign an initial below I agree to allow my parent or guardian to look at all of my health information. Y'all, this is right there. I'm reading to you guys right off the document that they pushed out. Okay. This is crazy stuff. This is in Missouri right now and probably several other states because you're not paying attention.
Well,
and they try to squeak this stuff by
you. That's a huge,
medical. Yeah, Washington University physicians. They backed it up. The Washington physicians. So basically, there's a whole thing there saying that I'm 12 years old and I give my parent the right to view my records, y'all. So make sure you guys are sharing this video with your friends. I will tell you guys what happened so far. The Attorney General of Missouri, Hanaway, responds to the reporting. She says, the reports coming out of St. Louis are worrisome, quote, unquote. We have asked BJC Healthcare for an explanation. So they're running rogue, right? These healthcare organizations are running rogue. No one actually in your government has any control over anybody, as you can see by their response. And as you can see by witnessing it every single day on television and everywhere else, that things just happen and no one in the Congress or senator or any of your representatives can do diddly about them, about the spraying and about all the other nonsense. You're still eating dyes in your food too. So it's just on and on and on.
Well, Angie said her son had a leg fracture. She had to sign a document allowing her access to his medical records after I signed docs as a responsible person.
We fully expect healthcare providers to abide by the state and federal law. As Attorney General for safety of minors and parental rights will always be top priority. So there's the lame little, chitty chat from the government official on how the healthcare industry is running rogue and now giving 12-year-olds the right to not let their parents look at their medical records. Also, you just got to keep paying attention to how nothing is getting done. Okay? It's all lip service and theater. Lip service and theater. That's for real. 12-year-olds can now deny their parents access to their medical records if they see fit.
Can you roll it up?
No, don't touch it.
Go a little bit. Stop.
All right, let's see.
Oh, Sprouting Health. It's tmhw.net. tmhw.net.
And no, she doesn't have a discount code.
So a 12-year-old who is not legally able to sign any other documentation, yes, has to sign.
To allow the parent to see the medical records.
That's why if you guys, I mean, honestly.
Get out of the matrix.
Yeah. Or get public schools, any of that kind of stuff. You know, that's why we talk about trying to be able to take care of yourself. You are your medical advocate. You are your everything advocate. And, you know, what do you always talk about when you take your people to Caesar's, to Rome or Caesar? How does that say?
When you keep giving your kids over to Rome, don't be mad when you get back Caesar. Okay? Not in Texas. Girl, Texas is so sideways right now. They got so much problems going on in Texas. Don't act like it's not in Texas. Texas probably pioneered the thing. We just now got it. Texas is a hot mess. Your governor, he is from the Young Global Leaders. All you have to do is spend 2 seconds looking it up. Y'all, all of our elected officials are compromised 100. Okay? They all come from shady background, back noise, yada yada. Okay? We are on our own out here. So one of the best things we're going to do is, you know, focus a lot more on back to the old stuff where we were showing you guys how we live, how you can unplug your house from the grid. You know, you can start living away from the system as much as you want to and then participate only when you want to. All that stuff's very important. We'll be talking about a lot of this stuff at the Homesteading Life Conference. Maybe you guys should get tickets for that. Stacy and I host a live event every year. 2 of them actually, but this is just our spring one. And then Stacy has
a ladies
one in October. I'll leave you a link right there if you want to get tickets. It's very, very affordable, $40 a day. It's a 2-day event. We have tons of great speakers. Actually, Dr. Cowan is a medical professional who broke away from the system, wants to decentralize medicine, has a clinic that you could join and go to.
So the new biology clinic, yeah.
Yeah, so you can get some information there. They have free consultation, new biology
if you want to change your whole paradigm on how you want to start taking care of yourself.
And you know, 2 seconds of study, you guys can look up the Rockefellers and how they captured the medical industry. You could look up transhumanism and the goal that they have on transhumanism. And that's kind of slowing down now with all the tranny stuff. So now they focus back on the kids and the schools. And they're always trying to turn your kid against you. It's just crazy out here, y'all. So I just wanted to bring that document to your, you know, forefront, so you can look into it and make sure you keep your ear to the ground like the old Indians used to do and listen to, you know, some rumblings that may be on in your area so you don't get snuffed out and then all of a sudden your kid is bossing you around.
Sandra D, the conference is May 15th and 16th in Vandalia, Missouri.
And all you have to do is go to homesteadinglifeconference.com. I'm going to copy the link for you guys and put it up on the comment section, but it's homesteadinglifeconference.com. Great speaker lineup this year. We have tons of entertainment for the children. Kids 16 or 17 and under are free, no charge. We have food at the event you can get, or you can bring your own and bring coolers and everything. And we just have a bang up good old time. We teach you guys all the old ways and all the stuff we've learned 16 years living off grid. We just celebrated our 26th wedding anniversary, y'all. 26 years. We've lived off grid for 16 of them. So over half, and for over half, 13 years, right? For half of them, we've been posting videos on YouTube. This is crazy. So we
even put it on the radio.
We just want to get this information in your hands, y'all, so you can wipe the fog off your eyes and get out of this delusion that you're voting for someone who's going to help you out, that the healthcare industry is here to help you, that, you know, Kennedy is going to really take dyes and stuff out of food. You know what I mean? Like, all that stuff is just fodder as they spray the skies on the daily. They're putting bioengineered ingredients into your food on the daily. They're pumping fluoride into your drinking water, along with many other carcinogenics and bad stuff. And now with the medicinal stuff going on, everyone has pharmacia in their drinking water.
Well, and then what's in the air?
And yeah, these sprays are off the chain. We could go on and on and on. So we just want to make sure you guys are paying attention,
So,
and that
yeah,
you're
we
going to be
need
the
to make-
healthiest you can be.
Right. And just make sure that you have a clean vessel. Your body is able to filter
Your body
itself.
is a temple. Don't
Yes.
y'all believe this stuff? Seriously. You get the Bible, you talk about this stuff. Do you really believe it? Do you really believe all the seed-bearing plants are here to help your body and to heal it? Right? Why do you run to Big Pharma's arms? Why do you have a primary care physician? Why do you let them cut, slash, and burn on you? It's amazing. Can you guys go back to the days that predict the weather? They're called amber days.
No, it's actually Ember Days. You can look up where, you know, Ember Days, what it came from. But,
This Wednesday,
Wednesday,
Friday,
Friday,
Saturday are amber days for January, February, and March. So whatever the weather is, that's to give you an idea of what kind of weather you're going to have for those months.
Yes. So they'll do it quarterly. So it's every quarterly. So if you even want to look it up and say, what are the Ember Days? When's the next Ember Days coming? Then you can look it up on the internet even. But we have for this month, it's December. So what's the date? So it's this Wednesday, which will be in
You mean
17th.
what's the day? You just had your anniversary.
No. So the Wednesday is the 17th. So it's the 17th, 19th, and 20th of December. So whatever your weather is for each of those days, that's going to be the next 3 months. So the Wednesday is going to be for January. The Friday is going to be for February. And the Saturday temperature and weather and all that is going to be for March. And I will tell you, like our friend Noah, he's like, really, it's like, it's Ember Days, And you just go ahead and, I mean, it predicts it pretty good. I mean, generally it always will be what it's going to be. So it's probably one of the best, don't you think? I think it's one of the best predictors of the weather.
See, what happened was they faked the 9/11 thing, okay? Got you all jazzed up about it. You don't even know who really did it, because if you did, you probably would be upset. But maybe not, because you let them do whatever they want anyways. There's a hint. And then they got you snuck in on the Patriot Act, which was on the shelf, already ready to be deployed. They just needed some big event to sneak it in on you. And then you signed away all your rights. So then you got the TSA feeling you up at the airports, right, and shaking you down. And if you don't pass through all their magic scanners and X-ray machines, you got to get the feel up. And now they come out saying, if you don't give us your biometric data and get your face and your eyeballs and all your stuff here in this computer screen, we're going to charge you an extra $45, right? Because people were like still opting out, y'all. And you got to understand, if you can get 90% of the people to go along with what you're doing, it becomes custom. You don't need a law. You don't need anything. It just becomes custom. It's just something that you have to do. So then when you go to the airport now, most people, this is the problem with groupthink, are going to go there and just, either pay the $45 or get the real ID. And then you're in the trick bag. You see how that works? So all of a sudden now, $45 if you don't have a real ID, the digital ID scam, and then you're going to get roughed up a little bit at the airport. It's amazing. We are free to travel. These are our unalienable rights. But that's why they focus real heavy on the airports, because that's private. It's not public. You know what I mean? It's private business, and they can boss them and tell them what to do, and they're falling in line with it. And then they hire the goon squad rejects for the, y'all, can't you see what's going on? These folks are playing. It's the longest game you ever heard of. This is longer than Monopoly with your relatives, y'all. This is a long game play. Okay, this is Obama's part of it. All these people are part of it. Many people don't even know that Obama and Bush Jr. they grew up together. They know each other from back in the day. Obama's daddy's Sortos.
No, what is his name?
Santos,
No,
Soros,
Santos.
whatever
No,
it is.
not that.
But he worked for Bush Sr. in the oil industry. One of the richest people on the planet is Barack Obama's dude. And they got you thinking he's just some blue collar Shlimmy Dig from Chicago. Activist. Satoro, yeah, activist and everything, right? It's not. This stuff is all set up. It's all set up. Okay? And they're playing their hands right like they want to. And these data centers, oh my gee, I'm trying to get a hold of a gal. I'm going to have her on the channel. We're going to talk about these data centers. You guys, I don't think people really understand the threat of the data centers. You thought the 12-year-olds nixing their parents out of medical information was bad. These data centers are it. This is it. So really, my best advice is to learn how to do stuff for yourself. Okay.
Yes.
Learn how to grow a little bit of food. Learn how to, live without some electricity, right? We don't have a single outlet in our house. Not one. You guys, you have to learn how to be without the system, because they're going to leverage that and what do they call that when they do stuff to it? Weaponize it, okay, to take you out. They're already putting smart meters in your house. They're already putting Wi-Fi routers in your stoves and your refrigerators.
Yeah,
all that stuff is so bad for you. That's my moonshine.
Yeah, you go into any appliance now. If you want to get these, you can just connect your phones, everything to anything. I mean, it's all connected.
Y'all, I know I sound crazy. I mean, dang it.
I mean, really,
this is really what's up. Like that, there's a big master play, and it's being unfolded right before your very eyes. So you know what I mean?
We were some resale shop, and there was like a good old was it dial phone? Remember that one yellow when you were looking at?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, we need to get back to the old stuff. The old dial-up phones.
What are you using for electric right now? Lights. We're at our neighbor's house. We're using, y'all, if you're not hip to what's up, right? If you missed a couple shows or something, Doug and Stacy have moved on. We left the other homestead, 10 acres. They've been in there. We got new people on since November 15th. They've been living in there. Okay. So we're all moved out. I built a house in 90 days, which I will do a video coming up.
With some help.
Sometime. Yeah. With some help. The Amish boys framed it out. And my good buddy Jesse helped me on the interior and stuff. And we got everything tackled up. 90 days, built a very nice little farmhouse. And we're going to be showing you guys that, and then starting our journey in 2026. I'm just trying to get these last couple weeks under my belt here to get caught up on stuff. And then we're going to show you guys starting from scratch, basically, after the house build of 90 days, what it looks like. I put my fence in for the sheep too. I was working on that a little today. I'm going to get that done. I got to put a culvert in and then get the sheep over the creek. And then I'll have a little, it's crazy.
It should be interesting.
Well, we got all that going on, but I'm going to, for 2026, new videos in probably January. And then we're going to start you guys off there, talk about a little bit of politics stuff, maybe not as much, but then just start showing you guys how you can break free. And we bought an abandoned homestead, and it actually had like the telephone or the power line running from the pole right over to the house. And I called up the electric company. I said, come take this electric thing down because we're not having electricity. And then I demolished the house and everything anyways. But we don't have any power at the house. Zero.
Why did you want to move?
Because we picked up more land, better. Just for what we had in our mind when we first started this whole thing, this was it. This land was it. It had all the stuff we ever talked about. Caves, springs, wells, artesian wells where the water is just right there, spring seeps, lots of walnuts and hickories and all kinds of food. The deer, we have the best deer in our county right on our property, y'all.
they all come here.
It is so crazy. So it just checked all the boxes, and we could not do it. And so we did it. And then that gave somebody the opportunity to move into our place, a fully functional turnkey off-grid homestead ready to roll. They got the greenhouses, the garden beds. everything, the water system,
barns,
all
yeah.
the paddocks, all the hard work I put in over there. And they really love it. And I'm so glad we did a good job vetting the person, because it's really working out really well for them. And it's like, they're like living their best life. You know what I mean? It's just good stuff. Good stuff. Are you not going to have electric fences? No, we never have had electric fences. I hate electric fences. And all your buildings should be collecting water for your farm animals. You should be able to, the outdoor kitchen too. They got that, but I'm fixing to put on the outdoor kitchen on the house.
We're gonna have one. We're having an outdoor kitchen.
Yeah,
but we didn't have time to finish it. So in the early spring or late winter, you're gonna start.
Yeah, sometime in the winter, the Amish boys will come back over and we'll knock it out.
Yeah,
it'll look kind of like the other outdoor kitchen. We'll have the tin up and then the screen.
The only difference is this: it's attached.
It won't be as big,
and it's attached to the house.
Yeah, it won't be as big.
And it's
All right. We are in Missouri. How did Missouri get its name, Stacy?
Does anyone know how Missouri got its name? I mean, I am just shocked that people don't know. A lot of people, how did Illinois get its name? How did a lot of these towns get their name? Does anybody know?
Come on, just tell them.
Because it's from the Missouri Indians. So it's from the
Native American tribes. I never knew that. They stole the name.
Someone got it.
From the Indians.
Crab Man. You got it, Crab Man. Good. Oh, there's some smart people in our little troop here. Look at everyone.
Supposedly where we bought our place at, not only was it an abandoned homestead, but it was like the place where the Indians actually hung out.
Well, I think an Indian, it might be
an encampment.
Yeah.
An area where they are, because we have caves. We found the cave the other day. We went on our first big cave exploration. And we got into the thing on our belly and butts, and then we could stand up and we walked quite a ways. But then it looks like it kind of caved in. It had stalagmite and stalactite inside of it, some little baby bats. Man, it was so cool. So we know for sure there's one more cave on here somewhere, and we're out to find that too. So we'll have some videos on some food storage in there possibly, or something like that, so we can utilize those.
Yes, there's cute little furry bats in there.
Yeah, they were kind of wild. They were like little bitty,
little hairy
like
bats.
Big,
They're little cave bats.
And Mom's still doing her thing over there. She loves her little log cabin. We're just right across the way. It's no big deal. And yeah, it's not right in the backyard no more, but it's just right across the way. So we, take her stuff and see her all the time. And she came over the other day and ate, you know what I mean? So there's no problem there. And if she gets bad enough where she can't move around or something, there's a little house on the property we can stuff her in. So that'll work too. We rob banks, 7-Elevens, banks.
People don't know what question are you reading.
That's all right. The person who asked the silly question knows. All right. And it's a little bitty house too. It's just a little 2-bedroom. That was one of the things. We didn't have any room for the grandkids to sleep. We were always stuffing them in a corner and stuffing them in a little spot somewhere. So now there's a little bedroom. So if they ever want to come over, they can do it. We got a lot of snow around our area. It's still here after 2 weeks.
Well, it's going to be gone in the next couple of days, I think. It's going to get nice and melted.
All right. So now we can answer some of your questions, but be on the lookout for that document from BJ Health Center. Like we talked about earlier on in this broadcast, if you just showed up, make sure you hit that thumbs up. It really helps get the video out. They are sending out, parents have to have their 12-year-olds sign a paper saying that they can look at the 12-year-old's medical record. Y'all, this whole health system is not anything to do with health. We try to explain that to you guys. I know it's hard to hear. This is a sick care system developed by the Rockefellers. They hijacked, stole, and hoodwinked all medical, devices, industries, and procedures way back in the day. And this is what we got, right? That's why everyone's sick and sickly and on a bunch of medications. That's why they charge America the most for medications all around the world, because we are the suckers and the gain of function crew. And they know they have you right where they want you. You know what I mean? They know it. And that's why they had to mandate, medical insurance. That's why Obama stole the medical industry, So now if it's not subsidized, apparently no one can afford it if it's not subsidized. We knew it was supposed to be more affordable, right? You shouldn't need subsidies. Look at anything they subsidize, the government subsidize, it's a scam, right? A scam. So you got your solar power, scam, wind power, scam, right? All that stuff is a scam. Okay, it has to be subsidized. That means there's no money in it, and they steal your money. You surf, and then they give it to the people they want to give it to. Okay, anything subsidized is a scam. They didn't have to subsidize your smartphone. Everybody ran out and bought that because it was a powerful tool that you could hold in your hand, and then they turned it and weaponized it against you as well. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right, so now we're going to talk a little bit about. I guess we're talking about.
No, we're not. No, I was just wanted to talk.
Listen.
A lot of people. People are asking, "What do I do about this? What do I do about this? What do I do about this?"
Yeah, what do we do about it, Stacy?
So this is something that's so simple and so easy, and it's very, very, very effective. I can't tell you how, like when you start feeling symptoms of anything and you start with it, how it helps tremendously. Of course, there's herbal remedies you can use. Of course, there are other type of remedies you can do. I did a whole book on not herbal remedies, just on like home remedies that you can do with things that you have in your house.
Hold on. Our property taxes actually went down. We went from 10 acres, right? And now we're on 88 acres, and our property taxes actually went down, y'all.
We didn't have as many buildings.
What's the buildings?
It's a building.
Mom's house, our house, all this other house, the barns. This place has the barns and the house, and then I tear down the house, put a new house up, and it's taxes are way cheaper. They're like when we first moved into the 10 acres, it was like $500 or something. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just read that comment. I had to get on it.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, we talk about the tissue salts or the cell salts. Just for you guys, I just want to kind of show you. We talk about it from Dr. Tom Cowan. If you're interested, you can go to offgrodougandstacy.com. You can put a link up. But these are the Jackson cell salts. CELL, cell salts.
Yeah.
For your cells or tissue salts.
You go right to offgridwithdougandstacy.com, hit the shop tab. I'll leave the link for you guys.
So
and then you can scroll down to Dr. Cowan, Tom Cowan, and you can get the cell salt.
So I just want to show you guys because, I want you guys to be empowered. And when you have some of these tools at your home, it's kind of amazing. So like it comes with a little book. And this is basically all the cell salts. There's 12 of them and they're all numbered. And then what you do is you can go and look and let's say I saw people were talking about varicose veins. So number 1 is the Cal Fleur, which is good for varicose veins, hemorrhoids, constipation, toothache, deficient tooth enamel, bone spurs, or ganglion cysts. All right. So it moves on. And basically that is for your elasticity. So different ones have different themes. Like the Cal Floss is good for your bone health. So for proper growth and nutrition of the body, bone problems, fractures, growing pains, calcium deficiencies, that's another one. So that's number 2. Cal Sulf, which is good for your blood. It's a blood cleanser. So for acne, for pimples, for eczema, sore throats, tendency to produce boils. And like number 4 is Fair Foss. It's a first aid. It's a oxygen carrier. So it's a first remedy. So like if you're feeling like you're going to get a cold or something, like for the start of a nondescript cold or inflammation and moderate fever, muscle sprains and strains, that's Fair Foss number 4.
Fair Faucet.
Not Fair Faucet, but Fair Foss. But that's 4 of them. You can keep going on and on. Like we have the Cali Myrrh, which is for glandular tonic. That's good for sluggish lymph system, lymph glands, swollen glands, sore throat, tonsillitis, middle ear infections, coughs, colds, bronchitis. So that's number 6, your Cali Myrrh. And it keeps going, like we go to number 8, which is a really powerful one, which is Mag Foss. So that's your nerve and muscle relaxant. So cramping, shooting, darting, spasmodic pains, nerves, neuralgia, sciatica, menstrual and stomach pain. So certain things like this, when you notice you're having something going on, you want to nip it in the bud, you can, read about it. You can be in charge of these things. These are very safe and effective. They don't counteract with anything else. If you're on medicines or anything, children that are able to walk and all that. I mean, these are all very powerful means to be your own health provider, So do your research on these, but these are Jackson cell salts. They're wonderful. These are gluten-free, they don't have any dairy in them, not gluten-free, but they are gluten-free too. But definitely, if you're wanting a good kit, or if you're looking for a gift or something, and you want to have something for your home, you can just stick this in the drawer, and then it's just amazing. And as well, along with that one, there's a 12-in-1, which puts all of them together in a pill. So those are good, like if you're even tired, or some people are, well, I would say majority of everyone is mineral deficient. So
yeah, because you're supposed to get it in your foods, and everyone's eating such ultra processed foods. You're not getting any real nutrient from your food.
But I can't tell you, I have become such a big advocate for these cell salts because it's just amazing. Even if you're feeling like you're not getting enough sleep or you're getting run down, I might take, a couple rounds of them throughout the day, and it'll make me feel better. Or if I'm getting not enough sleep, or you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I feel, kind of maybe something's going to happen, I'll go ahead and take the 12-in-1. I'll do that, a few times throughout the day. And it's just amazing what it can do. And just honestly, you guys, gargling with some salt water and some cayenne pepper, and gargling with a lot of this junk they're spraying in the skies and things that are, that are people are just kind of getting from what's happening in our world, it really makes a tremendous difference. So you just have to be proactive. And then, of course, making sure that your liver is clean, your kidneys are clean, making sure that you're going to the bathroom, that you're able to sweat. All these detoxification pathways are working. So also, we talk about tmhw.net. There's a tea that's really nice. It's daily cleansing tea. And you can find it on her website. It's through the Dr. Detox. But then also there's also some pills that will help you go to the bathroom and get rid of a lot of this junk that's going on. Look into milk thistle. We talk about Dr.
Look into fasting. Quit feeding your gullet all the time.
Yeah, that's true. We talk about Dr. Patrick Jones. Oh my gosh, I got a tickle in my nose.
Although I'm stuffed right now. Whew, man, we had some stir fry for tonight.
The homegrown herbalist. If you go to Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, he has a bunch of good things. Lots of herbs there that can be very, very helpful. So just make sure you like milk thistle. Look into milk thistle. It's wonderful detoxifier for the kidneys, the liver. And just make sure that you're eating good foods, you're having good water, good clean water, you're getting outside.
Drink our
of
herbal
nature.
Teas. The herbal teas and herbs for beer used to be how they made everything, and then they switched the ingredients on you. Try to get off the coffee. It lowers your frequency and kind of keeps you sickly. Plus, they don't make it that great unless you really try to find a good spot.
Yeah, good organic coffee. And
make
even
sure
still,
you do your
beans.
It has to
Grind
be processed
beans.
properly. Yeah. No one thinks about this stuff. We're just consume, and then wonder why we're sick. And then we get the magic pill, and then you get side effects, and then you got to take more magic pills, and then they're not so magic.
So yeah, and fasting also, you don't necessarily have to go on a fast where you don't eat anything for days and days. You could do intermittent fasting, or do a fast where you don't eat hard foods, where you're eating soft foods, like maybe you're doing yogurt and drinks and soups.
And ice cream.
So those are all really simple things you can do. And then I wanted to tell you guys about something.
What is it?
Didn't you get this? Didn't you get this a long time ago? Did you get this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's this book. The cool thing is about these older books that are maybe in the late 1800s, early 1900s. They really have a lot of really cool information in them. And this book is called The Milk Diet as a Remedy for Chronic Disease.
That's why they don't want you buying natural raw milk out on the street, yo.
So this is by Charles Sanford Porter. 1911. And actually, I think it first started in 1905, 1908, and then this was the 1911 edition. It's been written quite a few times. People from all over the world have gotten it. And it's a fascinating book. So I remember he got it a little while back, and I remember reading it, and it was just fascinating. And of course, you need to use raw milk, and it's important to use the right kind of milk from the cow. You know, when you're reading the types of cows, these are A2 cows. You know, like your Guernsey. We have some Jerseys in here, and the type of milk, but you want raw milk. But basically, it's sort of like a milk fast where you would go for a week. And I had read this whole book. It was very fascinating how it helped people who had problems with digestion, that had a lot of different illnesses, a lot of chronic disease. I mean, it's just, for a lot of you guys, if you want to get this book, it's a fascinating read. It came from Applewood Books, which is the publishers of America's Living Past. So they talk about foods and just things from the past. And it's a book about curing a lot of diseases, but we can't say that word here. But it's just kind of fascinating.
Which one, curing or disease?
Yeah, the C-U-R-I-N-G word. So
you guys go read about the Gershon family. Read about how the Gershon guy was doing the cancer stuff, and he took them all into the White House and everything, had a big meeting, days and days and days, all of his paperwork, all of his patients, and then find out what happened to him. Y'all, you gotta peel this onion open. It's gonna make you cry.
So
what you got to do.
Big thing. It's very powerful. Books. Learn and get books. This is a really interesting book. So check it out. It's called The Milk Diet as a Remedy for Chronic Disease by Charles Sanford Porter. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is I was listening, I guess it was the last week or so, to this guy, and he was talking on an interview on how he did the milk diet. And I'm like, that sounds really familiar. And so he was going through the protocol, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the book we have. And he was saying how it totally saved his life, and it was just really, really interesting. But basically what it is, and there's more things to it. You don't want to just go right into it. Like if you have problems with constipation, all that, you should maybe do like a day fast with some fruits and vegetables or something beforehand.
Somebody wanted to see a picture of me without my beard. So there you go. Don't ever say I didn't do nothing for you. That's me and Stacy on Mardi Gras. Back in the old life.
It's kind of fuzzy. Let me finish my story. So he was just explaining you have to do so much milk. I mean, it's like every half hour you have to drink like a few ounces of milk. Every half hour. And even at night, you need to have a little bit because you need to keep it going through the body, because what it's going to do is totally like clean everything out, revamp everything. And it was just very fascinating. So if you guys want a cool book to read up on, check it out. It's called The Milk Diet as a Remedy for Chronic Disease by Porter.
Hopefully you can get it.
Yeah. Okay.
The other problem with these old books is they're starting to disappear. And they're getting harder to find.
But it's been redone a few times.
And then they take out the other information, and then you get the watered down, redone version.
Yeah, no, I think it was copyright 1905, 1908, 1911 by Charles Sanford Porter, MD.
Milk Doctor.
This is the milk diet as a remedy for chronic disease. And it's just so fascinating when you read this. I mean, he just definitely makes a lot of sense when you read it all.
Y'all, they used to do all these old therapies, and the only reason why we're not doing them is because Rockefeller said so. You have to remember that. You guys know who these people are?
Doug and Stacy.
Do you guys know who that is?
Oh my gosh.
Doug and Stacy.
Do you guys know who that is? Hold on, let me play it one more time. Who knows who those people are right there? Who knows who those people are right there? Those two people right there.
He just passed away.
Yeah, a couple years ago. Who knows who those people are? Leave it in the comments if you know who those people are. Talking about they know Doug and Stacy, off grid with Doug and Stacy. That's not AI. I took that with my own hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Love Boat. That's right.
That's Captain Stubing.
Captain Stubing and what's her face?
We
Julie.
redid our vows on the Love Boat.
We broke the Guinness Book of World Records with the most
You have a
couples
video.
with the most couples renewing their wedding vow
Yes.
off grid.
Yes.
Yes, and Stacy and I participated in that, and that it was funny. It was on the Love Boat, and they were actually there. And so I got them to check it out. Oh, Captain
because
Stubing
he did all the stuff.
and Julie. I went up to them. I'm talking about, yeah, you should say hi to Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. It took them a couple takes, but they got it. And I was so tickled to death about that. I used to think, man, I used to watch y'all on TV. Now you're saying, look at Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I love it. We met some very interesting people because of this whole YouTube thing. That's for sure. And we've done some really interesting stuff. I got even, what's his name? Savage, Michael Savage, talking about Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I got a lot of people that, I got to give us a chime in.
What is it? I can't read who it's. Thoughts on basil seeds? What do you mean, my thoughts on basil seeds? I love basil. Basil is one of my favorite herbs. There's lots of different basils. I like all different kinds. There's like Genovese basil or the sweet basil. And I love the holy basil. It's an incredible adaptogenic herb. It has a beautiful smell. It's great for pollinators. I tell everyone should be growing it. It's so easy to grow. You could just stick it in a bed somewhere, the holy basil, and just let it keep reseeding itself every year. It's going to get bigger and bigger. It smells amazing. Then dry it out. You'll have a beautiful plant that helps you at night. Actually, Doug and I have been drinking that at night too. It helps to relax you, calm you, your nervous system and everything. It's just a wonderful, wonderful plant. But it's good for that. It's great for making your food and everything taste amazing. And I love Thai basil too. It's really good for stir fry.
I can't really give you financial advice. I'm not a crypto guy. I'm a gold, silver, brass, and real estate guy. I mean, if that's where you want to put your money, it's tangible. You can always have it. They can crash the real estate, but a lot of their money's tied up in it. But the stock market, they can wipe that out. You've seen them do it before, right? The stock market crashed several times. They can wipe that out, and then they'll still be able to develop their money back, but you'll lose it in your lifetime, so you won't have any legacy. So I never was a big player on stock market stuff. But I do like real estate, brass, silver, and gold. And don't forget, y'all, in case you didn't know, Stacy and I, we sell medicinal teas that are good for you. And we have candles that are 100% beeswax. You can get them at the Missouri Tea Company. We've updated our website. We ship those out ourselves. We pour the candles in-house. You guys are out there buying candles for gifts for the end of the year and stuff. Or maybe you need some menorah candles. Or maybe you need some Hanukkah candles. We have the tapers and all that stuff. 100% beeswax, 100% cotton wick. And don't be buying any of those candles out there that have scents and smells in them, okay? They're very bad for your health. No matter how sweet and sassy they may smell, they're not good for you, okay? So if you guys want to get some of that stuff, help support what we're doing, also maybe pick yourself up some end-of-the-year gifts or just something nice for yourself, go to the Missouri Tea Company, and you can scroll around there. Pick up some candles or some very fabulous tea. The new latest one that I won't stop drinking is the chocolate, cinnamon, and orange. Very tasty. And it makes your whole house smell delightful.
Oh, it's beautiful. What is it? Wait.
And there's the link
what
right
kind
there.
of footwear
Missouri
do we
Tea
wear
Company.
during the winter? He's got.
Well, I'm wearing. I got some rain boots that I just got, and inside of those I have some Birkenstocks that won't come out. So I just slipped my foot in there. So I got the cork and the Birkenstocks, and then I'm walking with those.
So it's the old galoshes, that he had the little.
Yeah, the old rain galoshes.
Yeah, so
And
he slid his foot in there,
Yeah.
and he put the Birkenstocks in there.
Yeah.
And actually, the big galoshes were too galoshy for him, and so the Birkenstocks got stuck in there, and actually he loves them.
Yeah.
So now he just slides his foot in.
And then I also wear some zero shoe like boots, which are over at the door over there because we take our shoes off when we come inside. If y'all are living on a homestead, you probably should be taking your shoes off before you come wallering all up in your house.
Yeah, and then
just a hot tip for you.
And then if you're looking into shoes, shoes with a wide toe box are excellent. There's lots of barefoot boots that you can get now. Or find some boots that are getting bigger, with a bigger toe box that you can move around with your feet. And for me, I get, wool socks or alpaca socks, and I get them bigger. When you have socks that are tight, it squishes your foot together. So your foot, it's the same thing like wearing tight shoes. You need to have, I go bare. I try to get like shearling
Mucks
inside.
are pretty good. I would have to get a pair of muck boots the following year, every year.
No, they
I
hurt
wore
my
them
feet.
like they hurt our feet. And I wore them like 2-3 years, like kind of in a row, like a couple years for sure. And every time I got the muck boots, the next year I had to get new muck boots. So I just quit buying them.
Well, you're hard on your boots.
Yeah. I just quit buying them.
They hurt my feet.
Yeah, and they're too tight.
Muck
Yes,
butts.
I'm still doing the firewood business. We've been selling firewood like crazy. As a matter of fact, I just got a notification on the phone. The wood lot just had its 1-year YouTube anniversary. Sorry, I haven't been putting videos up over there.
You were busy.
I knocked over the Easton Made log splitter. You guys, if you want a good log splitter, I got a commercial grade log splitter from Easton Made. Andrew and the boys over there. And I was underneath it cleaning out some firewood underneath the conveyor belt, knocked the conveyor belt back. Oh, you don't know this stuff. And then when it started falling, it twisted and grabbed the firewood processor and flipped it on its side too. So both of them went down, broke some hydraulic hoses, smashed in my oil filter. I flipped both things back up, started them up, but I got some issues. So I'm working on those right now. But
This isn't a good time.
What a tough machine. Okay. Easton Made log splitters, y'all, made in Canada. And you can get yourself one and tell Andrew Doug sent you.
Did you see that?
But it is very good.
Michael Savage is really
I believe it. They all changed their name for some reason. And more than once. Didn't Benjamin Netanyahu? That's not even his name, y'all. And they got you believing in their stuff, and they lie. Can I make wool socks from a wool blanket?
Sure.
Sure. All right. Holy smokes, y'all. That was a fast hour right there. Don't forget the MissouriTeaCompany.com for all your medicinal teas and herbal teas. We have nettle tea in stock now. Very good for you.
Sweet Mountain Home. That is so funny that you're saying that, because I thought tonight I should talk about something to do with, because this time of year everyone's getting oranges and citruses, lemons and grapefruits and things like that. And she wants to know, what's the dilution ratio of orange peels soaked in vinegar cleaner? I found some orange peels and vinegar that I made like 4 years ago, and it is strong. Just make sure, dilute it really good so you don't have any like little pieces or anything in there. And then all you're going to do is, you could put, if you have like a big quart-sized bottle, maybe about this much in there, and put it in there and see how it is. And if you need to put a little bit more, put a little bit more, and then you can use it to clean. It depends on what you're cleaning. If you need a little bit more power, then you can add a little bit more to it. But no, I know what you mean. It's pretty strong, and it's not going to go bad.
And yeah, pearl powder will assist you with bone strength and density and teeth density and jaws and everything, okay? We have pearl powder in stock, shipping it out now. We did send some orders out without it, but it's here, and we're banging out. All the pearl powder orders are caught up, or will be by tomorrow or the next day. And then we have another batch coming in. It's being tested right now. And so if you guys want to get pearl powder, or you want to go read what it's all about, go to the MissouriTeaCompany.com, hit that button, scroll down. You can see the pearl powder. It is a superfood that they hide from you, so you don't know anything about it. As a matter of fact, I really never even heard about it till like a little while ago. And then I really started drilling down on it and reading it and understanding it, looking into it and how long it's been around. And I was like, holy smokes. And then so we found a great place to get it, and we third-party test it, and it's been fabulous. We have gotten so many reviews or testimonials about people that have bought it and used it from us. This is the seawater pearl powder. Make sure you guys, you don't want the fresh water. It's not as good. You get more nutrients and more activity in the sea water. And make sure you get it from a reputable source, because there's some kind of shady stuff going on out there. And that's why we third-party test ours. And you can get some at the MissouriTeaCompany.com. Super good for your health.
How do you store the fire cider? Just keep it in your pantry.
Yep.
Yeah. So
direct sunlight.
Cool, yeah. And even if you forgot to strain it after a few months, just strain it really good and then put it in. It's going to keep it. The vinegar will keep it really good. And then once you strain it, some people like to put honey in it. So you could do like 1/4 ratio honey, or some people do half ratio honey to the vinegar. You can do that, or you can. Some people may like the honey, some people may not like the honey. You can just add honey to it when you're using it. So, and it's wonderful. Just know, because you put all these beautiful things like your garlic and your onions. Some people put horseradish in it. You put herbs in it. You put citrus in it. You're getting all those medicinal properties from those things. And especially with people getting respiratory stuff, you got a lot of mucus, and then the onions are going to really help break up that mucus as well. And it's very helpful.
On the Pro Powder, you can use that. You can sprinkle a little bit on your food, on your salad, anything you eat. You can brush your teeth with it. You can make a paste. You can use a little castor oil and that and rub it around your eyes, not in your eyes, but around your eyes. It helps with age spots, wrinkles, all kinds of stuff for the skin. And if you have 2 bags of it, you should have got a download from us, because we send out a free 200-page plus download on all the different things you can do with it. And that's just scratching the surface. And it's for free, and we send it out to you when you buy it. And if you don't get that, just email us at the MissouriTeaCompany@gmail.com, and we'll give it to you for free, the link. And it's a download. So you have to do it on your laptop or something, because it's pretty big, a lot of
And just so you know, if you guys are using the Pro Powder, you open the bag, and then you can just kind of wipe with your fingers and get some on your finger like that. And I just put like my tallow lotion, and I'll just go like this, and then you can even rub it on your skin. I put it, in my tooth powder. Yeah,
Pro Powder's for thinning hair. It's for so many applications, y'all. The MissouriTeaCompany.com has the best Pro Powder on the planet, third-party tested. We take this very seriously.
But we're not talking about it right now because we're trying to catch up.
We're getting caught up. We got everybody's order ready to go.
No, we don't.
By this week, it'll be all good to go. I got more coming in, and we're going to be 1 day, 2 day turnarounds probably going forward. So the Pro Powder is where it's at, y'all. All right. Well, in case you missed the beginning of the episode, make sure you go back and watch it. We just talked about the Barnes Jewish Healthcare Center. Of course, it had to be those people. But they have sent out a letter stating that your 12-year-old has the right to tell you to beat it, and you don't have any right to look at their medical records. Yet another subversion of your parental and grandparent rights. Okay? They're trying to empower the kids they're messing up the hierarchy as the actual goal here. So that we have no order. But they're putting the kids against the parents, and now the kids have more power than the parents. It's very interesting stuff. Okay? So that's what we talked about in the first few minutes, in case you missed it. Also, make sure you guys hopefully can make it to the Homesteading Life Conference. We still have tickets available. It's in March, April, May. When is it? May 16th?
15th and 16th.
15th and 16th, Friday and Saturday. You can get your tickets now in Vandalia, Missouri. It is limited seating. We don't have room for 5,000 people or nothing. We have great events for the kids. We have great topics. Dr. Cowan will be speaking. Dr. Wolf's son will be there. We have a lot of cool people there helping you out with health, nutrition, growing food, off-grid living, self-sustainable living, just the whole nine. Okay, the whole nine.
And Christine wants to know about the blue blocking glasses, not online. Yeah, we don't.
I don't know where you can buy them, not online. We get these from Raw Optics. And yeah, we already have the download for the Pearl Powder booklet. So if you don't have it, again, just email the MissouriTeaCompany@gmail.com. They stopped making sun ovens because quite frankly, it's the same old story, y'all. A small guy has a nice small business. The small business struggles a little bit. The guy gets mad, sells the stuff. The people swoop in, and then they destroy it. That's just what happened. And then they price it so high you can't afford it. And then they start, trying to move it around and this and that. And then it just all blows up in their face. And then no one gets a son of it. And they start chasing carbon credits, and you know what I mean? So they just messed it all up. So I don't know. But that's a pretty sad deal right there. So I took the link off the page. I'm actually telling you guys, don't buy an All-American Son Oven because I can't vouch for them anymore. I used to be able to, I was 100, stood in their corner 100%, and that's not the case anymore. If you guys want to get the copper cups too, they should be about a week or two out. I don't know, you're not going to get them for Christmas, but if you want them for a New Year's resolution
well, the post
gift or
office
something.
said if they can do priority if it's and ground by the
It isn't going to happen for the
17th and 18th. Oh, yeah. Well,
so if you guys want to get the copper cups, you can get them when they get in, but you're not going to get them for Christmas, but they do make.
because we don't have them.
No.
But I mean, I'm just talking about other orders that we're
Right.
saying that if you can get them out by, we can get them out by the 17th. That it might make
Wood
it by
cooking
Christmas.
stove prices. Y'all, we've been on this soapbox for 13 years telling you guys to get it while it's hot. And, you know, when sun ovens were like $180 and when, you know, a good wood cook stove was maybe 3,000 tops. You know, now the stoves, a good stove, this stove, Kitchen Queen that we love, actually, that our best stove ever, is about $4,000 or $5,000. I mean, it's going to last you multi-generational.
Well, and it depends. So just like anything else, just like a car, you can get different grades.
It doesn't
different
matter.
levels.
They're
But
still expensive.
Yeah, but they can go from
But
2,900 to
are
3,900
gonna last
to 4,900.
multi-generations.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
forever. You just pass them down. It's like nothing will happen to them.
If you didn't get your book, check your email. If you bought the pearl powder, if you didn't get the book, email us at the Missouri Tea Company at gmail.com and we'll get you the book. We put it together. It's over 200 pages and we can give it to you guys for free. I'm also going to make a book out of it so you can buy it if you want to for like $5 or $7 or something like that.
Okay. What do you think?
No, sun ovens are not easy to make. You know how many thousands of people presented me with that idea and tried to make it and failed? There's just something about that particular design. No other oven works like it. You know what I'm saying?
They are the best.
Even the Boy Scouts can't replicate it. I mean, they can cook a little something in it, but it can't do what like this one does. So hopefully you guys bought one when I was chiming on about it, and otherwise you just didn't get them.
Yes, Joyce, you have to make your food from scratch.
That's right, cook from scratch. That's why Stacy wrote a whole cookbook.
You know what's in your food.
Yeah, Stacy wrote a whole cookbook on how to cook from scratch. You guys should get that, or even give it to a gift if you have kids or something that doesn't
Ferment
cook.
book
But
too.
that one's at offgridwithdougandstacy.com. There's the link right there. Stacy's books that she wrote, Fermenting, Home Remedies, Cooking by Scratch, are all at that link I just provided, offgridwithdougandstacy.com.
Did anyone do their ferments we did last week? Did anyone make any ferments
Yeah,
from
who
last
did
week?
the ferments from last week? Yeah, the Chef Camp actually Alpine stove is good. They have Chef Camp makes pretty good stuff, and they have a 3-burner stove and all that. They have a lot of good stuff. No, can't buy the parts for the solar oven. Make sure you email the Missouri Tea Company at gmail.com if you want the book for pearl powder and quit posting it in the comments.
Some people made some stuff. Good job, you guys.
Yes. You guys, you got to take care of this stuff yourself.
And have it. So some people get sick or something happens and you don't have your fire cider or you don't have your fermented garlic honey, or you don't have your cell salt kit, or all these little things are really, really important to have on hand before you need it. So make sure you're prepared.
And y'all, all this old stuff that you guys are supposed to be making and that we try to teach you about is refrigerant non-dependent. Like it can last just in a cool, dark spot or on your counter out of direct sunlight and stuff like that. That's why we do it. You got what I'm saying?
Roy did a good job. Look at, he said cabbage, red onion, and a whole bunch of garlic, more than the law would allow.
So remember, the most capable hand is at the end of your wrist. If you just got here, watch the beginning of the video. Share this video with your friends. Y'all, you're going to comply voluntarily with this stuff. Just like you do with Social Security cards, with your birth certificate. Everything is voluntary, and you're putting yourself in the trick bag and you don't even know it. So you have to understand these things. You have to stay ahead of it, alert, and don't contract or fall into these trick bags. But that's just the best thing I could tell you. So the first thing you got to do is you got to know the information. That's why we put the videos up, so we could give you the information. Okay? 12-year-olds can now tell you, I don't want you looking at my medical records. 12-year-olds. So cut it out, all right? Crazy. And that's all we got for you guys tonight. 1 hour on the tube. Now we got some things to do. Big day tomorrow. We're going to finish up some fencing.
Yeah, you got to get those fences.
Got to hang my
Gates down.
gates.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that first thing in the morning. Got some rock being delivered so I can put my culvert in so we can get across this creek over there, turn into a total crazy thing. We're working on our new storefront. We're going to have a Missouri Tea Company storefront where you guys could actually, if you wanted to, you could actually come here and go to our store. and see us in the store and pick up some of these items that we talk about. And Stacy and Murphy are going to be having classes there, Tia Murphy at Holistic Wellness. They're going to be having classes there. So if you guys want to come for a little class, they're going to be holding classes there at least once or twice a month. So that'll be interesting as well. Because what we really want to do is help educate everybody on how you can live a happy, healthy life outside of the matrix, outside of the medical sickness system. You know what I mean? And you could just be left alone. That's really what we want to teach you. I'm started in the UK, and they started breaking into homes to replace electrical meters with prepaid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're smart meters too. So that's the only way they can do it, because they can turn on and turn off when they want them to. There's Maureen. God's good table.
Hi, Maureen.
Hi, Maureen. Hope you send me my mail. Oh my gosh, y'all. It'll be in Vandalia, Missouri, and as we get closer to it, we'll give you guys the address and everything. So I'm pretty excited about that, actually. Nobody else really is, but I am. I always tell you guys the truth. You saw Stacy look at me when I said that. No, the best salt is Redmond Real Salt. Get it from our link at offgridwithdougandstacy.com shop tab. Scroll down till you see Redmond. That is the best salt. It's made in America from an ancient mine that has never seen plastics. The water dried up a long time ago.
And it's local.
Local family
it's
stuff.
not, you don't, in other countries, you don't really know what's going on. At least we know what's going on here. We've been to the place where they get it out of the ground. We've seen how they do it. We see where they package it. We've seen everything.
Redmond Real Salt. Use our link. It saves you money. There's the link right there under my name. offgridwithdougandstacy.com/ and then it's
get a big bag of it. Because we go through
a lot.
Oh my gosh. Because I make the Soleil and then I put it in our foods. I use it for so much stuff.
Keep talking. I'm working for 2 more hours. Try to change your job, girl, because I know you're not somewhere where it's daylight. It's 8 o'clock at night. Y'all get off these night shifts. That's why they got you in these night shifts too. It helps make you sick.
Unless they get off in a little bit.
It doesn't matter. They just want to keep you sick and keep your circadian rhythm jacked up. That's why they'll never get rid of the time change ever. Because it messes up your circadian rhythm. You spend like the whole next 2 weeks recalibrating your life and getting, figured out. They do that on purpose. There's no little fake stories behind it.
Yeah, Justin, start your own business.
That's right. Start your own business. Use your hands.
And here's the thing, you guys. I truly feel it in my bones. People are getting sick of this big corporate stuff and these big businesses and stuff. It's really going to get into this small town, small businesses. If you're thinking about moving, get into these smaller towns, because I'm seeing a resurgence. People are shopping more and more locally and not going into these bigger stores now, and support these family businesses, because that's where we need to be. And there are a lot of places, and people just don't know. You're just so used and programmed to going into these big stores for your groceries or whatever. There's a lot of these little small town stores or places that sell meat from their family farms. Like in our town, the guy that does the insurance, he sells meat too, you know what I mean, from the family farms. So just keep searching in your area and you'll find things. Or even if you have to go out a little bit farther and get some of these things, it's totally worth it, because the food you're getting, the quality of the food is going to be better. It's going to be more local. You'll support your community, and it's going to make a big difference. And then people have power. We have power. Your money has power. So spend your money where you want to spend your money, with these people that are like your colleagues and not this big corporate stuff. So
you take the garlic and honey, just take a spoonful with a garlic clove and some honey on it. That's it. Well, maybe twice a day if you have to.
Well, if you feel like you're getting sick, you're getting sick generally, this is what, a lot of people do, is you could just do it, 3-4 times a day. You can just do the garlic. I don't like all the honey because I don't like all the sugar part of it. I prefer, I go through the garlic, and most people do. Little kids like the garlic a little bit, the honey better. And some people who maybe the garlic doesn't taste as much as garlic. It just tastes a little bit. It's a little chewy. You might want to do, depending how big they are, if you cut them in little pieces, you might need to take a few. But generally, they say like a dose type, kind of like an antibiotic, is like 4, little cloves you can take if you did it like 3 or 4 times a day, morning, in the afternoon, after dinner, and then before bed. That's something to do. But just remember, it's food. Yeah. This is food. This is, you're having garlic.
You can't OD on it.
Or if you want to go ahead and put a little bit on if you don't want to do the garlic, put a little bit of the garlic honey on your toast, or maybe just have a spoonful of the honey. You can put that in, or maybe put it in your tea.
That's the worst mistake people have too about the sun ovens, is they buy them and let them sit in the box, and they think, well, one day when it's an emergency, I'll use it. Get that thing out of the box and start using it ASAP. Familiarize yourself with it. Get it out in the sun. See how fabulous it is when it cooks the bread and your meats and your all-day food that you can cook in there like a crock pot with no electricity. Start using that thing. Familiarize yourself with it. If you have firearms around your house, don't wait for STH to hit the fan. Get out there and practice your firearms. You know what I mean? Like, yo, come on now. You don't want to be stumbling around when this stuff counts. You want to be all practiced up. Run drills with your family. You know what I mean? Be prepared, not scared.
So Kathy says her naturopathic doctor said a clove of garlic a day is good for you. So Kathy, this is what I do. I get a garlic press. So I like to make salads every day. So what I'll do is I'll put a couple cloves of garlic in the garlic press. I'll press it, scrape it out, and just mix it in my salad. And then I'll put my salad dressing on there, and I just mix it up. And then that way you can't, because it's all mixed in there, so it's not really bitey. It just gives your salad an incredible flavor. And that's how we'll get a lot of, I could put 3-4 cloves of garlic in the salad, and you can't, it just has a really nice flavor. And so that way you're getting wonderful raw garlic, and it's so powerful for the body. So
Cindy just went to the Missouri Tea Company, picked up some pearl powder and some other stuff. You guys should be like Cindy. That's it for tonight's broadcast. We'll see you guys next Monday. Again, I'm working up my nerves to get back to making these videos for you guys on the regular. It's like 4 months, and it's going to take a minute to grab the camera and get back into doing that stuff. You guys, I don't know if you understand the mental gymnastics it takes to do some of this stuff. But if you guys, all your favorite creators, you should just be thankful that they're putting up, stuff for you guys to enjoy. Because it does take a lot, you know what I mean? And our motivation really isn't about money, so that really doesn't keep me in the game. For me, it's helping people. Like, that's what we want to do the most of, okay? Is to help people and to help them get off the sick care system, get them growing food, you know what I mean? Get them unplugging from the matrix and all that stuff. All right, so we'll see you guys on the next one. And if you just tuned in, appreciate you as well, and you can leave a comment because we read all the comments on the after show broadcast.
And then I'm thinking, this big thing today in my class I did. Sade, you're a smooth.
Oh my gosh! And also, we'll see you guys Wednesday night at the university.offgridwithdugandstacy.com. It's a separate platform where we can openly talk about all kinds of stuff. What are you talking about Wednesday night?
Lymphatics, fascia, and what's the other one?
Lymphatics, fascia,
and
yeah, and something else.
Well, yeah, but about the lymphatic system and about your fascia.
So university.offgridwithdugandstacy.com if you want to join there. We own our own servers there, so we can talk about whatever we want. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one. And watch out for your kids out there. And for heaven's sakes, don't buy them smartphones and let them just drool over that thing and spend all kinds of time with it and drag it around. You're responsible for that stuff. They're just kids. Like, they don't understand about addictive behavior and about all the stuff that comes along with these cell phones. So you guys got to do the parenting. If you're grandparents, maybe talk to your kids so you don't have a big fight about it. But start teaching your children about these phones, these devices. They're great as tools, but they can totally steal their whole life away.
Jax, he's trying to get a hold of you. See.
Oh, it's Jax. Yeah. I know. I've been meaning to call you back.
We have no
just
service.
call me tomorrow in the morning. You know what I mean? Like, I mean to call you back, and then, you know, I knock my whole firewood processor over, and then I get distracted, and you know what I mean? Like, it's always something. Okay. I went out the other day. The tracks were frozen on the skid steer, so then that sucked up a bunch of time. So I want to call you back, but then I just get sidetracked. So call me tomorrow in the morning. We'll talk about this Barbara O'Neill, y'all. We're going to be talking with Barbara O'Neill, and she has a bunch of other people coming to her thing. It's in March. So you guys stay tuned for that. We're pretty much probably going to do it if we can work out the particulars. And they only have one person there that we don't really agree with, but that's all right. So you can't agree with everything from everybody. All right. All right. So make sure you call us, y'all, tomorrow in the morning. And then that's all we got for you guys. Stay vigilant out there. Remember, the most capable hand
Here's the end of your wrist.
is at the end of your wrist.